All right, so I've kind of taken you on a little journey here. So we've grounded you in the front end here with what the company's about and some of the challenges that we face. Now I want to talk about the value system and the management structure that we have in place to address corporate responsibility issues. Then I'm going to talk about a specific aspect of our corporate responsibility strategy. And so from here on, we're going to go back up a little bit, and then we're going to come down and do a deep dive on a couple of programs. So I talked about getting results the right way. The framework for that is the Chevron Way.
We'll have the time for questions at the end.
Yeah. So the Chevron Way, every company has some sort of a value statement, okay? I like to believe, and I do believe, that at Chevron this is different. If you go any place in the world and ask any employee, do you know about the Chevron Way? What does it say? What does it mean to you? And how does it impact the decisions that you make every day in your job? They can tell you. We have reviews of the Chevron Way every several years, where we sit down groups like this and we just have a discussion. What's the Chevron Way done to help you make appropriate decisions? So we start with the vision, which is our corporate vision to be the global energy company most admired for our people, our partnership, and our performance. If you think about those words strategically, our people, the partnerships that we create, and the performance that we can bring as a business. And our values are listed here: integrity, trust, diversity, ingenuity, partnership, protecting people and the environment, high performance. You know, for the most part, all components of an ethical value system. And then we have our business strategies, and then we have enabling strategies. And our enabling strategies are people, execution, and growth. We invest in people, we execute with excellence, and we grow profitably. So this statement, taken in and of itself, is foundational to the way we look at corporate responsibility. Remember I said it's about putting our values into action? That's what this is. That's the foundation. We've also developed a set of 5 principles that help us think about the dimensions of corporate responsibility. And the first one is, of course, the one about values, which is the Chevron Way. We always have to start there. Principle 2 is that business investment is the cornerstone of corporate responsibility. So what we mean by that is that our job, number 1, is to produce oil and gas, to produce products, to sell them, and to make money for our shareholders. That's our job as a company. And if we don't do that well, we should not be in business, right? But there's another dimension to it. We have to do it in a responsible way. We have to operate responsibly. We need to operate reliably, efficiently, and safely above all. So that's, but you know, this whole debate around corporate responsibility gets into this area where we're talking about, well, you know, it's really the moral thing to do, and companies really ought not to worry about making profits. Well, if they're not worried about making profits, as I said, they ought not be in business. So that's our first job. And doing it the right way is all part of that. So principle number 3 is social investment is a strategic business function. So remember I talked about the nexus between business value and societal value. This is one of the cornerstone entry points for us to create that nexus, is in the way we invest in social programs in the areas where we operate. And sustainable solutions, principle 4, are created through engagement, partnerships, and to find common ground. Shorthand for that is stakeholder engagement. I'm going to talk more about that as we go along. We cannot operate in any country unless we have good relationships and sustained relationships. We found this in some places where we've allowed our relationships to diminish, or just we've kind of forgotten about them. and then all of a sudden, we're having challenges on permits to operate, or we're having protests at the door, or whatever it might be. So relationships are absolutely key. We can't get into a country unless we have a good relationship with the energy ministers or the prime minister or whoever it might be that has a say over whether we get to come into their country to produce oil. And then the fifth principle is that corporate responsibility is a journey of shared progress. Means continuous improvement, and we look forward in the communities where we operate to share the progress that we're making together, the benefits that we bring to them and the benefits that they bring to us.